supplementary demands for grants 2023-2024, Shri Pankaj Chaudhary.
सहयोगी सीतारमण की ओर से अनुपूरक अनुदान मांगों 2023-24 को दर्शाने वाला एक विवरण अंग्रेजी तथा हिंदी में आपकी अनुमति से सदन के पटल पर रखता हूं।
Short duration discussion. Further discussion on the economic situation in the country raised by Shri Derek O'Brien on 5th December 2023. On 5th December 2023, Shri Rakesh Sinha had concluded his address while participating in the discussion. Any other member desiring to speak that was indicated. Sir, Cabinet Ministry hearing, sir. The telepathy of Jairam Ramesh is so strong, overtaking physical hurdles. The Honorable Minister, who is deeply committed to parliamentary practices and has been in this House as much as you have been, or perhaps more, is very much here. I had, honorable members, indicated that we would like to accommodate as many members as possible. Some names have come. We would try to accommodate the honorable members. Shri K.R.N. Rajesh Kumar. No, I'm... Speakers. Professor Ram Gopal Yadav. We will have benefit of his thoughts on a very important subject, very wholesomely initiated by Derek O'Brien, impactfully initiated.
Sir.
Let me tell you, our equation always has been the same. But right now what has happened is, you seem to have acquired a new intellectual ability to find it out. Professor,
20 सेकंड को एडजस्ट करवा दें सर, वो 20-22 सेकंड पहले ही हो गया.
Sir, I am here to take care of everything.
Okay, sir. श्रीमान,
I will drive the technology rather than be driven by it.
आपने बोलने की अनुमति दी, इसके लिए आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. मैं कल से सुन रहा हूँ भारत की आर्थिक स्थिति पर चर्चा, और बहुत सारे आंकड़े भी सुन रहा हूँ. वैसे आंकड़े आमतौर पर ये भूल भुलैया होते हैं, पता नहीं कौन बनाता है, कैसे बनाता है, किसी को इधर के लोग कंट्राडिक्ट करते हैं तो
और कहाँ बनाता है.
मैं मॉडरेट.
इस ग्लोब के कौन से हिस्से में बनता है.
देखिए, मैं वैसे ही ज़्यादा नहीं बोलता, आप जानते हैं. कल जब अदरवाइज मान लें आप, कल जब इधर से लोग बोल रहे थे तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था ये किसी दूसरी ग्रह से आए हुए लोग, जिनको यहाँ की कोई जानकारी धरातल की नहीं. सच बात यह है कि मोदी जी के परिश्रम और मोदी जी के नाम से ये सब आ जाते हैं, ये गाँव में देखना नहीं चाहते हैं कि क्या हो रहा है, कितना दिया जा रहा है, वो लग रहा है कि नहीं। जैसे मोदी जी से प्रचार करा दिया, हर घर जल हर घर नल,
नहीं, हर घर नल,
हर घर नल,
और
हर
फिर
घर
जल।
जल। तो सॉरी, थैंक यू सर। तो हम जब जाते हैं अपने इलाके में तो लोग तो मिलने आते हैं कि समस्याएं होती हैं, कोई मदद के लिए आता है, क्या आता है। तो मैं अक्सर पूछता हूं कि बताइए आपके गांव में हर घर में पानी पहुंच गया? मैं कई गांव में जाता भी ब्याह शादियों, सारी पक्की गलियां जो विधायकों ने, सांसदों ने या ब्लॉक ने या जिला पंचायतों ने बनवा दी, वो खुद ही पड़ी हैं कि पाइपलाइन जानी। पाइपलाइन नहीं बनी, टंकी नहीं बनी। क्यों नहीं बनी? जो बताते हैं लोग उसको अदरवाइज न लें, कोई गुजरात वाले लोग, वहाँ के लोग कहते हैं कि सारे ठेकेदार गुजरात के थे और पैसा लेके चले गए। ये लोग कह रहे हैं, सुनिए, अब रिकॉर्ड में देख लीजिएगा है कि नहीं है। मैं ऐसे ही नहीं कह रहा हूँ, वही आलोचना की दृष्टि से नहीं कह रहा हूँ। तो अब कोई गांव ऐसा नहीं है जिसमें 100% घरों में पानी गया, किसी में एक भी गांव घर में नहीं गया। तो इसको देखने की ज़रूरत है, इन लोगों की कहने की ज़रूरत है कि करिए। जब या तो प्रधानमंत्री जी से प्रचार मत कराइए इतने बड़े आदमी से, या फिर उस काम को पूरा कराइए। चिदम्बरम जी ने कल कहा था कि ज़मीन पर नहीं दिखता है, बड़ी हमारी इकोनॉमी है, ग्रोथ रेट दुनिया में सबसे ज़्यादा है। तो मोदी जी ने कहा, सुशील मोदी जी ने कहा कि 3 राज्यों में भी जनता अगर नीचे नहीं दिखता तो जनता ने कैसे जिता दिया। तो अगर मैं ये कहूँ कि हिमाचल प्रदेश, तेलंगाना और तीसरे कुछ राज्य में, कर्नाटक में आप क्यों हारे, ये कोई तर्क नहीं, ये कोई बैरोमीटर नहीं हो सकता है। अब आंकड़े की अगर बात करें तो 5वीं अर्थव्यवस्था है, सही, बहुत बल्क का है सब मामला, लेकिन पर कैपिटा जीडीपी 194 देश में हम 133वें नंबर पे। जो आम आदमी, सारा व्यक्ति क्या है, उसकी क्या स्थिति है, वो दर्शाता है कि हम दुनिया में कहाँ स्टैंड करते हैं। भले ही 5वें नंबर पे हैं, लेकिन 194 में 133वें नंबर पर हैं। ग्लोबल हंगर इंडेक्स क्या कहती है, 283 वर्ल्ड डेवलपमेंट रिपोर्ट के आधार पर 125 देशों में हमारी स्थिति 111 में। हालांकि एफएसएसआई ने इसका कंट्राडिक्शन किया है, इसलिए मैंने पहले ही कहा था कि कौन बनाते हैं आंकड़े, कैसे बनाते हैं, लेकिन इसलिए इन आंकड़ों पर जाने की जरूरत नहीं। अगर है तो मैं ये भी आंकड़ा दे रहा हूँ कि हम कहाँ स्टैंड करते हैं। इसलिए केवल आंकड़ों पर भरोसा मत कीजिए। राकेश सिन्हा साहब नहीं हैं यहाँ, उन्होंने कई उदाहरण दिए थे। मैं तो रोज़ जब वहाँ रहता हूँ अपने क्षेत्र में तो सैकड़ों लोग मिलते हैं, तमाम लोग आते हैं ऐसे कि साहब मेरी बेटी की शादी है, कुछ मदद करवा दीजिए। अभी परसों एक ऐसी स्थिति, जब मैं वहाँ था, अभी 2-3 दिन यहाँ नहीं था, एक आदमी बैठा था, मुझे बताओ तुम्हारा क्या काम है? तो साहब मैं अकेले बात करना चाहता हूँ, मुझे बताइए। सब लोगों से मैंने कहा अगर सबकी बात हो गई तो जाए, नहीं तो हम इनको लेकर हो गई, सब चाय पी के जा रहे। तो उसने कहा साहब मेरी बेटी की शादी है, उसकी सहेलियां थोड़ा संपन्न परिवार की हैं जिनकी शादी हुई, तो उसने अपनी, मुझसे तो नहीं कहा लेकिन अपनी माँ से कहा कि जैसा ये और हमारी सहेलियों के लिए शादी के दिन के लिए लहंगा बनाया जाता है, वो हमारी अब हैसियत नहीं, क्योंकि लहंगा तो अब लोग टीवी के जरिए ऐसा दिखने लगा कि 1-1 करोड़ रुपए का बनता है, 50 लाख का भी पहनती हैं। लेकिन ऐसे भी हैं, लड़कियों का मन तो होता ही सबका, गरीब हो कुछ भी हो, लेकिन शादी के दिन बेहतर पहनना चाहती हैं, तो 1 करोड़ का नहीं तो 10,000 15,000 का ही लहंगा बनवा। एक मेरी पत्नी से उनकी बेटी ने कहा था, तो हम उनकी इसकी व्यवस्था हम करवा देंगे, आप इसमें निराश मत होइए। लेकिन स्थिति ऐसा नहीं है जैसा आप कहते हैं कि उन्होंने ये कह दिया। उज्ज्वला दी कि जिसको गैस का सिलेंडर देते हैं, ये तो पता कीजिए कि वो गैस सिलेंडर दिए उसमें भरे कितने गए, पैसे ही नहीं लोगों को भरवाने के लिए। 80% लोगों को पैसा नहीं भरवाने के लिए, पड़ोसी लोगों ने ले लिया कि हमें दे दो सिलेंडर। ये स्थिति है। आप सर, मैं तो ये चाहता हूं कि लोग गांव में जाके देखें कि जो शौचालय बने हुए हैं उनका प्रयोग हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है। कहीं में बकरियां बनी हैं, कहीं में भूसा भर दिया लोगों ने, पानी की व्यवस्था नहीं। तो ये स्थिति है। तो ये ग्राउंड रियलिटी को नहीं दर्शाता है। यहाँ तो कम से कम ऐसी बात कहिए जो वहाँ सुनने वाला ये समझे कि हाँ ये सही बात कही जा रही है। सुनने वाला कहेगा उनका ऊपर से निकल जाएगा, सर से ऊपर से कुछ नहीं। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने स्वास्थ्य के लिए बहुत सारी योजनाएं बनाई। ये सही है, 5 लाख रुपए की सबकी व्यवस्था की, लेकिन उसको डॉक्टर नहीं मान रहे। आप आश्चर्य करेंगे कि एक मरीज को इलाहाबाद की एमपी हैं, बहुगुणा जी की बेटी हैं रीता जी, उन्होंने भेजा वो गंगाराम, तो उसने वापस कर दिया कि हम ये कार्ड नहीं मानते। उन्होंने चिट्ठी लिखी और हमसे व्यक्तिगत आके कहा कि आप हेल्थ कमेटी के चेयरमैन हैं, कुछ मदद कीजिए। ये लाखों रुपए का बिल बना दिया और इसको मान ही नहीं रहा है। मैंने गंगाराम के सुपरिटेंडेंट से बात की। मैं जानता हूँ वो एम्स की गवर्निंग बॉडी में मेरे साथ थे, कभी की मुलाकात हो जाती थी। उन्होंने कहा साहब इसका कोई ठिकाना नहीं कार्ड। अब देखिए, ऑथेंटिक गवर्नमेंट का कार्ड है, लेकिन इसलिए कि उस पर आप जब पेमेंट लेंगे ज़्यादा तो मालूम पड़ जाएगा कि जो 10 रुपए की चीज़ है उसका 1000 रुपया ले रहे हैं, तो नहीं दे रहे हैं कोई। और कुछ निजी अस्पताल ऐसे हैं कि 500 रुपए की दवा दी और 5000 का बिल बना देते, पैसा मिल जाएगा, हम लूट हो जाती उसमें। और आउट ऑफ पॉकेट एक्सपेंडिचर जो हमारे यहाँ दुनिया में सर्वाधिक हो रहा है। हमारे हेल्थ विभाग की और दुनिया के दूसरे देशों की ये रिपोर्ट है कि आउट ऑफ पॉकेट एक्सपेंडिचर से 2-3% लोग पॉवर्टी लाइन के नीचे चले जाते हैं। अगर एक घर में किसी को कैंसर का मरीज हो गया तो उसकी तो ज़मीन बिक गई। तो आउट ऑफ पॉकेट एक्सपेंडिचर कैसे कम हो, मैं सरकार से आपके माध्यम से अनुरोध करना चाहूँगा कि सबसे बड़ी बात है, इसको अगर कम कर देंगे, आदमी का कोशिश की है आपकी गवर्नमेंट ने, नो डाउट, लेकिन उसको इम्प्लीमेंटेशन सही नहीं हो रहा है। तो कुछ दूसरे देश जैसे लंदन वगैरह में है 2-3% है केवल, पश्चिमी देशों में बहुत कम है। तो यहाँ की अगर व्यवस्था नहीं होती है तो कोई लाभ होने वाला नहीं। आप कहते रहिएगा। इसलिए मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि इन आंकड़ों पर मत जाएं। गांव में, देहात में, ग्रामीण इलाके में जाकर असलियत को देखें, लोगों से बात करें और कमियों को दूर करें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
थैंक यू। श्री कनक मेदला रविंद्र कुमार।
Sir, Honorable Chairman, sir, I am very thankful to you for giving this opportunity. Sir, as on 31st March 23, the debt of the central government was about 155.6 lakh crore. This is 57.1% of GDP in financial year 22-23. When compared with the unemployment rate as on July 23 is 7.95%. During the first quarter of the current financial year, the manufacturing sector was not performing well to the expected level. But it seems the second quarter of the spur of growth in the manufacturing sector is there. Under these situations, a big question which arises in everybody's mind is whether the government will be able to become a 5 trillion economy by 2025. That has to be looked into. In the employment sector, there is a big gap. The government had set the ambitious task of providing 1 million jobs by the end of 2023. We are in the month of December. Only a few days left at the end of 20 year. My question is, it has to be considered by the Honorable Minister. Sir, we have given to ourselves the Cooperative Federalism Center has the responsibility to take care of the financial conditions of the states. There are certain parameters which every state has to be followed. But what is happening in the state of Andhra Pradesh is known to everybody. as on the date of the debt of the present the state is about 11,28,992 crores. As per the information given in an answer to a parliament question, the debt of the state government at the end of the financial year 22-23 is estimated about 28% of GDP. Is the debt percentage of the state government falls within 28% of GDP. Sir, as per the statement of RBI,
Please.
sir, every day, what is this every day?
Please don't
It is
talk,
a
please.
state is a part of the country. Everybody is there objecting
You
every
have to
day.
speak on the Indian economy.
It is a finance,
situation.
state finance, it is a part of Andhra
Please.
Pradesh, is a part of India.
Please.
It is not outside. But, sir, as per this, it is a record, as per the record of the RBI.
Please.
As per the statement of RBI,
Please.
the state government of Andhra Pradesh raised 46,443 crores from market. It repaid only 10,339. It has not even paid off of the amount borrowed market. In reply to my parliament question, on August 23, it has been interally
Manye
guarantees
Kanak
of
Arvind Kumar ji,
22,363
please, the
crores
subject is-
financial year
subject is
21-22,
position of Indian economy. Your speech will be
57,449
examined,
during
please.
every financial year 22-23 have been issued by the state government. The state government of Andhra Pradesh and the
You
state
have to
government
speak on Indian economy,
has
please.
thrust into service of the state public sector companies, special purpose vehicles and other equivalent instruments into borrowing and thereby attempted to decide the government and the net borrowings are within the prescribed limit. But the central government has stated that the borrowings by the state public sector companies and other equivalent instruments where the principal and our interest are to be
Your time is
serviced
over
out
now,
of the
please.
budgets. In spite of this advisory issued by the central government, did
Please
not stop the
conclude.
borrowing.
Manye Ravind
The-
Kumar ji, please conclude. Your time is already over.
Sir, just
3 minutes, please. Please.
the honorable chairman has given 10 minutes time to my
Yes,
colleague
it has
member.
been given. 3
Step-
minutes.
has given 10 minutes time for my
Please.
colleague member.
No, sir.
Then the
please.
state now, the state is becoming a debt-ridden state. The debts of the government are increasing day by day.
I'm inviting
So-
other person now, please. Your time is already over.
Sir, as per
Please conclude.
the COG itself has observed, the government is making heinous mistakes of financial management. The COG itself about the financial ending, 22nd March has borrowed 1,20,000 crores without telling the assembly.
Please
The
conclude
COG
now.
itself, audit certificate in the name of qualified opinion was given only to the AP in the history of the country. She said she can debts in the corporation as per the given to, but not is giving full information about the debts of the corporation. COG says every rupee spent on 21-22, there is
Please,
a
I'm
debt
inviting other
of
person
51
now. It
pies.
will not
At
go
the
on
end
record
of
now anymore.
21-22.
No, please. Mani Sri Mahesh Jetmalani. Mani Mahesh Jetmalani, please. Mani Mahesh Jetmalani, please speak on the subject, please. Your time is 15 minutes. Your time is 15 minutes. Please speak. Please speak. It's nothing. It's not going on record. Please follow the rules. Please. Please speak. You speak. It's not going on record. It's not going on record. You speak. Please.
Honorable Chairman, I thank you for this opportunity to speak on this most important subject of the economic health of this country. Sir, the essence of the criticism from the opposition benches, led in the main by former Finance Minister Mr. Chidambaram and Honorable Member Mr. Derek O'Brien, is that there is no point in the present government tom-tomming about India's high growth rate. When the ground reality, when on the ground, this high growth rate has not translated into indicators vital for the poor, such as high employment and low inflation. Sir, Mr. Chidambaram, as usual, has shifted the goalpost. But this shift is heartening in one respect. In April this year, citing the World Bank's latest GDP estimate for India, he attacked the government And he said that it was only Mr. Modi who was boasting about the economic growth rate in the country. The World Bank development update, which he relied on, had cut India's growth forecast to 6.3% from the earlier 6.6%. Mr. Chidambaram, however, has been repeatedly wrong about his economic forecasts regarding the NDA government's policies and programs. Again, the World Bank estimates have proved to be hopelessly wrong, and in the last 2 quarters, India's growth rate has been very impressive and way above the world average growth rate at 7.6% and 7.8%. Now, sir, Mr. Chidambaram, in a clear case of what can only be called convenient amnesia, he now accepts the growth rate. He doesn't dispute these figures, though he earlier did, and criticized us for boasting about it and predicting this high growth rate. So now he has moved on from his blind reliance on foreign forecasts about India's growth, but he laments now that what use high growth rates if high unemployment and high inflation persist. Now, sir, on employment, Mr. Chidambaram relies upon the periodic labor force survey. So it's a very good survey. It has got good methodology and its data is unexceptionable. So let us go by the PLFS data. First, sir, the data reflects, and sir, I'm afraid I'll have to read this out because there are figures involved. Normally, I don't like reading it out. Normally, I like to address it ad hoc, extempore, but sir, I'll read it out. First, the data reflects that both in quantity and quality, the employment situation improved consistently before the COVID pandemic. From 2017-18 to 2019-20, regular wage / salaried employees increased by 1.5 crores, a growth of 13.2%. The increase among females was 0.72 crores, or 29.4%, and that for males, 0.79 crores, or 8.8%. Further, formal employment increased by 1.2 crores, or 25.3%. The quantity of employment improved pre-pandemic as well. From 2017-18 to 2019-20, the UR, that is the unemployment rate, which captures long-term unemployment, decreased from 6% to 4.8%. The labor force participation rate, LFPR, increased from 49.8% to 53.5%. And so the worker population ratio increased from 46.8% to 50.9%. These changes were widely dispersed in rural and urban areas and for males and females. Now, sir, this is the pre-COVID. So as everybody knows, there was a setback to the economy during COVID. But let us come to the post-COVID situation. Post-COVID, urban employment registered a robust V-shaped recovery after the adverse impacts during lockdown and the second wave of the pandemic. Compared to the October-December 2019 quarter, in the April-June 2023 quarter, so worker population ratio increased from 44.1% to 45.5%. And sir, the labor force participation ratio from 47.8% to 48.8%. And sir, unemployment rate declined from 7.8 to 6.6%. So as urban areas were most affected by the pandemic, the complete recovery in employment in urban areas is crucial. The unemployment rate recorded in April-June 2023 quarter is the lowest, sir. This is important. The unemployment rate recorded in April-June 2023 quarter is the lowest over the last 5 years. Sir, the annual PLFS, which Mr. Chidambaram relies upon, the survey data, which covers both rural and urban areas, also shows complete recovery in employment post-pandemic. This pattern of complete recovery in employment is reflected similarly in data from, sir, EPFO, which is the Employees Provident Fund Organization, and Manrega. The monthly EFPO data discloses, and this is again a very important statistic, that the net additions in August 23 as being 116% higher than in December 2019. Honorable Chairman, you know that this EPFO data, the additions to it is employees' contributions. 116% additions to the EPFO reflect the quantum of employees that have arisen, the quantum of employment, therefore, that has risen. The demand for work, sir, this is also very important, under Manrega in December 2022 is half the demand in 2023. So Manrega is when people are desperate for work. They have no other work. It is now half the demand. This shows that the demand for distress work has declined sharply in rural areas. So finally, sir, as per PLFS, again the same survey which Mr. Chidambaram relies upon, the unemployment rate for persons, this is an overall picture, the unemployment rate for persons aged 15 and above at the all India level decreased to 3.2% only, sir, in 22-23 from 4.1% in 21-22. So that's the state of the unemployment which Mr. Chidambaram harps on. So then as regards inflation, as per data released by the National Statistic Office, the NSO, the Consumer Price Index was 4.25% in May this year, 4.81% in June this year, and 5.02% in September, well before Reserve Bank, well below Reserve Bank India's upper tolerance limit of 6%. So we have been below 6% continuously, sir. And so ultimately the ultimate test, sir, forget figures and statistics. Employment, sir, and inflation are matters of great concern to the poor. Overwhelmingly, the only test about whether unemployment and inflation is hurting people are the election results. Sir, the overwhelming results show, sir, that people are satisfied with employment and inflation levels. Sir, a former British Prime Minister is alleged to have said that there were 3 kinds of lies. Lies, damn lies, and statistics. Sir, Mr. Chidambaram is an excellent juggler of facts. I leave it to members of the House and others watching this debate to decide which category do Mr. Chidambaram's statements fall within. So perhaps it merits emphasis that as Finance Minister, Mr. Chidambaram presided over some of the greatest scams this country has seen, which devastated our banking sector, ruined investors, and severely retarded economic growth, and the very important indicators of employment and inflation, which he has so eloquently waxed about in this House. So the only silver lining, I may add, personally, is that his activities and those of his government have, in that aftermath, enriched a battalion of lawyers whose earnings, sir, I cannot grudge. Sir, now, sir, Honourable Member Mr. O'Brien, being a leader from a regional party, the TMC, has struck a parochial note, sir. He talks about, sir, 8.5% growth rate in West Bengal, which is true. Can't deny that. So being a member of a national party, I have all India concerns. But I do admit to having a soft corner for West Bengal, having studied in a boarding school there from the age of 10 to 16 in that picturesque hill station, Darjeeling. So the burden of Mr. O'Brien's song is that India's high growth rate has only enriched billionaires and widened the inequality gap. Sir, I acknowledge, as I said, that West Bengal has a high growth rate of 8.4%, which is above the national average. But perhaps an examination of statewide data should reveal to Mr. O'Brien where the fruits of economic growth in West Bengal have gone. Sir, if per capita income is a measure of economic welfare, then West Bengal per capita income is well below the national average, and in fact, apart from a few northeastern states, one of the lowest in the country. Then, sir, again, on the question of income inequality, which he talks so much about, so as per the Gini coefficient, so the Gini coefficient is now a measure used by economists to measure income inequality, income distribution. So as a measure of inequality, West Bengal has a coefficient of 0.38, which is the third largest in the country and more than the national average. So if you go by income inequality, income distribution, his state performs the third worst in the country. So perhaps he needs to ask, as a former quiz master, some questions of himself, and he may discover some home truths. Sir, in conclusion, it is the right of the opposition not merely to ask questions, but to ask incisive, searching questions of the treasury benches. But, sir, equally, it behoves the opposition not to buttress their case with selective facts, slanted questions, and distorted data. So the people of this country deserve to know from their elected representatives the unvarnished truth. I thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, Honorable Sri Binay Vishwamji, 3 minutes, sir. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Sir, give me 10 minutes, sir, please.
3 minutes. I don't have in my hand.
Sir.
It's in the list here.
Sir,
Please.
my friends from the BJP, they are trying very hard, including my previous speaker, Mr. Jagdeep. They were trying to pose a picture which is most untrue. Most untrue. The V-shaped development, where is it? Where is it? It can't be seen in the country. The fact of the country is that the people are hungry. The young are unemployed. The young people, they knock at all the doors for employment. And we ask you, what happened to the promise of yours? 2 crores employment per year. Where is it now? Do you know the fact that even the FAO have made a report? It says that 22.4 crores of Indians are hungry today. And you say that everything is fine here. Sir, you live on propaganda. The BJP thrive on propaganda. And you thrive on propaganda in a very nasty way. The Beti Bachao, Beti Patao scheme. What happened to it? Major share of it, 42.3% of that funds went for propaganda alone. So this is the right-wing way of development. You forget the poor, forget the people, and you live on propaganda and spend the money for propaganda. This is the real truth of the country today. The economy is in shambles. Unemployment is on the increase. Hunger is on the increase. And the people have no huts to live. The projects are great, but they are not bringing any fruits for the people. Sir, we want a decent life. At this age of ours, when the country is 77 years of independence, in this country, the maximum number of people of the whole world are illiterate, even today. Illiterate. Today night, the maximum number of people will go for sleep with half stomach. So this is the country in which child below the age of 5 years are dying, the maximum number. This is the country, sir, where the pregnant women are anemic, the maximum. These are WHO statements, sir. And you shut your eyes to this fact. And you tell the whole world that Vishwaguru, Vishwaguru. No, that Vishwaguru story is a real story, not. It's a story of illusions, a story of lies and half-truths. And you tell the world that the whole world is looking at you. Sir, the time has come that the people are demanding a change in the country. Don't think too much about the victory. That victory is a temporary victory. I can tell you, when all the forces of this country who stands for secularism, democracy, if they will stand together and hold hands together, we are sure that you can be defeated. The struggle has begun. Don't think that the struggle has ended. It's only a temporary situation. The struggle continues. And this House said that the struggle, the people will win. The people will win, not the propaganda masters. Sir, Pope Francis has told about one fight. What's the point? He told that if all the...
1 minute.
Sir, one sentence. One minute on Pope Francis.
Yes.
Sir, Pope Francis told, if all the endeavors of the human beings are centered only for profits, then the
Thank you.
whole ecosystem,
Thank
the
you.
whole ethics,
Conclude.
religion, all will be in shambles. So people are important, sir, not the profits. This is the question. We ask the question to you. Who are important? The people or the profits? We say the people are important, not your profits. You plead for Adani's.
Please conclude. now.
Ambani's. Your government is a Adani, Ambani government, and on their figures, you paint a rosy picture saying that this country is growing.
Thank
no,
you.
this country is growing only for the 7%
Thank you.
of the population.
Thank you. Thank you.
They are growing, not the people.
Thank
Your
you.
figures are their figures, not the people's figures. You stand for the people, not for
Thank
your
you. I'm
people.
asking
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Srimati Mahua Majhi, 3 minutes. Srimati Mahua Majhi, please.
Thank you,
3 minutes.
Honorable Deputy Chairman sir. इकोनॉमिक सिचुएशन इन द कंट्री विषय पर मैं यही कहना चाहूँगी कि किसी भी देश के विकास के लिए आर्थिक विकास सबसे महत्वपूर्ण होता है या मेरुदंड की तरह होता है। यदि वह सीधा ना हो तो देश चरमरा जाता है। हम 21वीं सदी में हैं, विश्वगुरु बनने की ख्वाहिश भी रखते हैं, मगर चिंता का विषय यह है कि देश में बेरोजगारी चरम पर है, जिसका असर हर क्षेत्र में पड़ रहा है। रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान जैसी बुनियादी ज़रूरतों के पूरे होने के बाद ही हम कला, संस्कृति, साहित्य आदि के विकास की बात सोच सकते हैं। अब कला, साहित्य, संस्कृति क्यों? क्योंकि कला, संस्कृति, साहित्य, संगीत मनुष्यों को पशुओं से अलग करता है, देश को सम्मानित स्थान देता है, विश्वगुरु बनाने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाता है। एक भूखा पेट व्यक्ति देश के विकास में क्या साथ देगा और देश को विश्वगुरु बनाने की ख्वाहिश को कैसे पूरा करेगा? उन्हें सम्मानजनक रोजगार चाहिए, आर्थिक निश्चिंतता चाहिए। 2 करोड़ नौकरी हर साल देने का वादा वर्तमान केंद्र सरकार पूरा कर पाई क्या? यदि पाती तो अब तक तो 2014 से 2023 तक लगभग 20 करोड़ लोगों को नौकरी मिल जाती, आर्थिक निश्चिंतता आती और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग देश को विश्वगुरु बनाने की मुहिम में लग जाते। अग्निवीर, फौज में लगभग 3 साल की नौकरी। आप सोच सकते हैं, पहले एक गरीब का बेटा जब फौज में जाता था तो पूरा परिवार निश्चिंत हो जाता था, लेकिन अब 3 साल के बाद जब उसकी शादी होगी, बच्चे होंगे, बूढ़े माँ बाप होंगे, तो क्या करेगा? वो तो बेरोजगार हो जाएगा। क्या वो आत्महत्या के बारे में सोचेगा या फिर वो जो वादा है केंद्र सरकार का कि 80 करोड़ जनता को मुफ्त राशन दिए जा रहे हैं, उस दावे के अनुसार वो अपने परिवार का पेट पालेगा लेकर सरकार से, और अपने उससे उसके आत्मसम्मान का क्या होगा? क्या वो आत्महत्या करने को मजबूर नहीं होगा? केंद्र सरकार कहती है जीडीपी बढ़ रहा है, स्टॉक मार्केट ऊपर जा रहा है, लेकिन इससे कुछ बड़े उद्योगपतियों सहित कुछ ही प्रतिशत लोगों को मुनाफा हो रहा, देश के ज़्यादातर गरीब जनता को नहीं। सरकार कहती है कि विकास हो रहा है। सरकार के दावे के अनुरूप यदि लगभग 80 करोड़ भारतीयों को मुफ्त राशन दिया जा रहा है जिनके पास खाने को पैसे नहीं, तो इसका साफ मतलब है कि इतने लोग बेरोजगार हैं, युवाओं के पास रोजगार नहीं कि अपने परिवार का पेट पाल सके, अपनी आय से चावल, आटा, अनाज खरीद सके। 80 करोड़ यानी देश के लगभग 3/4 लोगों की आर्थिक स्थिति दयनीय है। सरकार द्वारा किए जा रहे खर्च में भी व्यापक असमानता दिखती है। खर्च की प्रायोरिटी आश्चर्यचकित करती है। एक तरफ मनरेगा जैसी गरीबों की योजना के पैसे स्टेट्स को समय पर देने में आनाकानी हो रही है, वहीं केंद्र सरकार के विज्ञापनों एवं पब्लिसिटी का खर्चा बढ़ता ही जा रहा है। बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ जैसी योजनाओं में भी पब्लिसिटी। झारखंड सरकार में भी मनरेगा अंतर्गत सामग्री मद में भुगतान हेतु लगभग 426 करोड़ रुपए लंबित हैं, जबकि झारखंड गरीब और पिछड़ा राज्य है, देश के अन्य राज्यों से नीचे दूसरे नंबर पर है। पठारी इलाका है, बारिश के अलावा खेतीबाड़ी नहीं होती, ट्रैफिकिंग की समस्या है, पलायन विस्थापन की समस्या है, और इसी के कारण बहुत ज़रूरी है कि मनरेगा के पैसे दिए जाएं समय पर। भारत सरकार की कोल कंपनियों द्वारा झारखंड में कोयले की रॉयल्टी के लगभग 1,36,000 करोड़ रुपए लंबित हैं। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री द्वारा बार बार आग्रह करने के बावजूद अभी तक नहीं दिया गया, जबकि कोयले का देश में जो खपत है उसका मैक्सिमम हिस्सा झारखंड से आता है। ये आर्थिक सौतेलापन क्यों? पुरानी पेंशन व्यवस्था फिर से लागू की जाए, नहीं तो बुढ़ापे की लाठी भी छीन जा रही है लोगों की। हमारे स्टेट में हमारी सरकार ने कर दिया है, ऐसा हर स्टेट में होना चाहिए। राज्यों को जीएसटी संग्रह की हिस्सेदारी की देय राशि समय पर नहीं मिलती। झारखंड जैसा गरीब राज्य भी इस वजह से आर्थिक परेशानी झेल रहा है। प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना हमारे राज्य में 8 लाख गरीबों को नहीं मिला, ये भी नहीं दिया जा रहा है। गैर भाजपा शासित राज्यों के साथ आर्थिक मामलों में भेदभाव नहीं होना चाहिए। सबका साथ सबका विकास सिर्फ जुमला नहीं होना चाहिए। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू। धन्यवाद महुआ माझी जी। नाउ डॉक्टर फौजिया खान जी। डॉक्टर फौजिया खान जी।
Thank you very much.
3 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, there has been a lot of discussion on numbers and economic indicators, sir. Since yesterday, that measure the economic situation of our country. Perhaps it is time, sir, for a recalibration of our metrics to ensure that the pursuit of progress is accurately reflected. Economic growth isn't just about numbers. There's a deeper narrative to explore. These numbers have to reflect on ground. Sir, it is essential to move beyond surface level reporting. The most concerning issue this year is the escalating unemployment crisis in India, particularly the dearth of government job opportunities. सर, मैं एक कवि की एक छोटी सी कविता पढ़ना चाहूँगी जो बेरोजगारी पर है। बेरोजगार देवी प्रसाद मिश्र। ये सवाल उसे शर्मिंदा कर देता है कि क्या कर रहा है वह आजकल। वो डकैती नहीं डालता, वो तस्करी नहीं करता, वह हत्याएं नहीं करता, वह फरेबी वादे नहीं करता, वह देश नहीं चलाता, फिर भी ये सवाल उसे शर्मिंदा करता है कि क्या कर रहा है वह आजकल। सभापति महोदय, unemployment is intertwined with alarming consequences, notably with the rise in youth suicides. According to a report from Azim Premji University, 42% young graduates were unemployed. Sir, according to CMIE data, jobs in manufacturing dropped 31% between 2016 and 2023. According to the latest report by the NCRB, over 13,000 students took their own lives in India in 2022. 9.6% of the suicides were those who were self-employed or salaried professionals. Unemployed persons comprise 9.2% of all suicides reported in India. Graduates account for 5.2% of all suicide deaths. This dire scenario, sir, often pushes vulnerable individuals towards extreme measures, either towards an uptick in the use of drugs, petty crimes, or suicides. Sir, we understand that this government has decided to put the number system on 5th gear by relying on headline-friendly numbers, turning the nation's progress into a clickbait economy. Sir, but this is reducing complex issues to attention-grabbing figures and potentially overlooking the nuanced aspects of comprehensive development. Sir, development isn't about tall buildings, housing tall claims. It is about the quality of life that can never be measured in numbers. Sir, एक कवि की एक दो पंक्तियां कह के मैं अपनी बात खत्म करूंगी। अगर गरीब और गरीब होता जा रहा है और धनवान होता जा रहा है, तो मैं कहूंगी मालूम करो हाथ उन्हीं का तो नहीं है, मालूम करो हाथ उन्हीं का तो नहीं है जो लोग आग बुझाने में लगे हैं, धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, Dr. Fauzia Khan ji. Now, Honorable Dr. M. Thambi Durai. 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Chairman, for having given the opportunity to participate in the discussion on behalf of ADMK party. To begin with, it may be claimed that India is one of the fastest growing major economies of the world and that it is the 6th largest economy now. Sir, because of brief of the time, I'm going to subject. GST also plays its role in economic development. We hear a lot here from members of different states who state that the share of the GST pertaining to his or state has not been given, due to which their economy is suffering. The government should have a mechanism by which they are settled immediately without making the state suffer for want of money from the center. As far as the erstwhile government of Tamil Nadu is concerned, which is part of Indian economy, the ADMK government also suffered during the periods Honorable Amma Jayalalitha and Edappadi Palaniswamy as chief ministers. With all the constraints of the money, Honorable Amma was able to implement many welfare measures like giving laptops and bicycles to students, Amma canteen, Amma pharmacy, giving gold Mangal Chutra for girls at the time of marriage. During the period of Edappadi Palaniswamy as chief minister, despite of huge financial crisis, he also extended welfare programs for farmers, tackling situation during a corona period very efficiently. He also extended financial assistance, 2,500 crores for each family during the Pongal festival. He also made reservation, 7.5 reservation for government studying school students to get admission in MBBS course, and also he established 23 medical colleges for education purpose, I am telling, sir. As mentioned, was mentioned by many members yesterday, we support the demand for the present government of Tamil Nadu for financial assistance to tackle the rain flood situation in Chennai, Tiruvallur and Kanjipuram due to cyclone. When earlier government faced such kind of flood situation, Amma government and Edappadi government tackled it very effectively, taking precaution measures. It also, sir, I want to say that present Chief Minister said this in 2020 is artificial flood situation. It's a natural situation. I couldn't understand what is the artificial situation, sir.
Please,
I would like to register that the present DMK government failed to tackle the adequate precaution measures to tackle the situation.
Confine yourself on national economy.
Spending 4,500 crores on drainage work. He failed to understand where the money has gone.
Please.
Sir, DMK government has to explain that inefficiency to tackle the problem, sir.
Please.
Sir, and also, I want to say, sir,
your time is over.
What?
Please,
Sir,
please
Tamil Nadu is in India, sir. Tamil Nadu is in India.
Your time is over.
What the DMK government is doing, I have the every right
Your
to
time
speak.
is over.
No, I am telling, sir, flood situation is havoc. In Tamil Nadu, people suffering, especially in Chennai. They cannot move. The present DMK group failed to tackle the situation.
Yes,
That's why he said.
Thank you.
They want 5,000 crores from you.
Thank you.
What happened? 4,500 crores, which are already
discussing
allotted.
national economy.
You have to
Please.
explain where it's gone. That is the situation.
Please,
Sir,
please.
the rain is not flowing there. The
Please.
liquor is flowing there.
Please.
There is ganja is there.
No, no, please,
there is
please.
lot of
No,
inefficiency
I'm
there.
calling-
This is the
calling
tackle
some
that
other
is the
people,
government
please.
is doing.
Please.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. माननीय अजीत कुमार भूयान, ऑनरेबल अजीत कुमार भूयान, ऑनरेबल अजीत कुमार भूयान, प्लीज 3 minutes, 3 minutes, please sit. No, nothing is going on. Please, you speak. Honorable Ajit Kumar Bhuyan, please speak. That will go on the record, please.
Thank you.
Nothing else will go on
Chairman,
record.
sir, for
Please.
giving me this opportunity.
Please.
Despite an impressive growth ratio
Please.
of 7.2% in the current financial year, ended by March 2023, the demand-side economy of the nation shows a very dismal picture. The demand for goods and services in India has been stagnant or declining due to various factors such as low income growth, high rate of inflation, massive unemployment, and inequality in income and wealth. Some members, they are talking about employment, and particularly ruling party members, their views are part of propaganda and based on some lies. The unemployment rate for the country touches 3.2% for the year 2022-23 as per official report published by Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. As per NSO data, the rate of inflation in Indian economy is 5.02%, which is slightly declining from 6.83% in August 2023. Oxfam India's report on inequality in India, released recently, finds that first 5% of Indians own more than 60% of the country's wealth, and that is the reality. The extreme inequality in numbers put the whole Indian economy in a situation of serious concern. Sir, in the list of World Happiness Index published by United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network, India ranks at 126th position out of 150 countries for 2023. This is also a dismal picture for India. In accordance with the last SDI report, India ranked at 132 position out of 191 countries of the world. It is also a very serious concern for Indian economy that 2023 Global Hunger Index gives India a rank of 111 out of 125 countries, which was mentioned by Professor Yadav. I am from Assam, so let me speak few words on Assam. If we consider the state of Assam, the rank of Assam in India is 16th largest, 15th most populous, and 26th literate state out of 28 states of India.
Please
in
conclude.
terms of, sir,
Please,
1 minute,
time is
half
over.
minute, 30 seconds.
Yes.
In terms of GDP, Assam's rank is 17th, 5.61 lakhs crore. Approximately 32.07% of Assam's population lives below the poverty line as per official statistics. Assam is in the list of India's 6th poorest state. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, माननीय अजीत कुमार भूया जी. माननीय रामदास अठावले. माननीय रामदास अठावले, not present. माननीय श्री वीरेंद्र प्रसाद बैस जी. माननीय वीरेंद्र प्रसाद बैस.
Thank you, sir. Today, world economy is suffering very badly. At this critical time of the world economy, today we are discussing here about the economic situation of our country. Sir, country like United Kingdom, Germany, developed country, they are very seriously getting treated about their economy, sir. New Zealand Prime Minister publicly announced inability to work, develop works, and resolve unemployment issue in New Zealand due to the poor economic condition. But in this critical juncture, India make unprecedented, historical economical development in our country under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Sir, today inflation is going down and foreign exchange reserve in India today is all-time high. And infrastructure development going very fastly in India. This is the reality of Indian economy today, and which is acknowledged by the World Bank. World Bank in the recent reply, World Bank says in this critical time of the world economy, Indian economy is doing very well. This is not my opinion, sir. This is the opinion of the World Bank. Recently, they have published the bulletin, and in this bulletin, World Bank says the World Bank has also recognized unprecedented economic growth of our country, sir. As per of the latest report of the World Bank, India continues to show resistance against the backdrop of challenging global environment, and according to World Bank's latest India development, India is going very fast, and India is unprecedentedly expand the economic diversion in India, sir. The World Bank flagship half-yearly report, Indian economy observed that despite the significant global changes, India was one of the fastest growing major economy in financial year 2022-23 at the growth rate of 7.3%, sir. India growth rate was second highest among the G20 countries, sir. Sir, recently we very successfully conduct the G20 summit in India, and India is India's ranked second, sir, among the G20 countries for the economic development. This is the present scenario of our country, sir. Sir, one more thing I like to say, sir. In resistance was the underpinned by the robust domestic demand, strong public infrastructure investment, strengthening the financial sector, blanketing growth increase 15.8%, sir. First quarter of the 22nd, 23rd year, sir. They compare with the 13.3% with the previous year, sir. Sir, Indian banking sector is the sound banking system, sir. India is following, sir, branch banking system, not like, sir, unit banking system of USSR. When major the developed countries, their banks set back. They closed down their bank, financially bankrupt. At that time also, Indian banking system doing very well, and they have played major role for the development of our country, sir. Sir, one more I like to say, many people say about the inflation. Sir, it is agreed by everybody, even when Chidambaram spoke yesterday, he also admitted the inflation rate in last 3 months going down like anything in our country. This is the real situation of our country, sir. Sir, before independence, per capita income of Assam higher than other parts of the country, sir. And long time India was ruled by the Congress. During the period, our per capita is going down like any town. Sir, what is the region?
Please conclude.
Yes,
please,
sir.
Your
yes,
time
sir.
is over.
What is the reason why per capita income of Assam going down, sir? I like to say due to the critical flood condition, and only for that reason, sir, our per capita income is going down. I appeal in this beautiful financial position, government should go some proper intention for the flood to resolve the flood situation of Assam,
please
sir.
conclude.
And sir, one more thing, sir, in our economy, tea industry played very important role, sir. For getting also foreign exchange, tea industry played major role, sir. Now, Indian tea industry, especially Assam and West Bengal, suffering serious threat from Sri Lanka and Kenya, sir.
Please
in this time, I like to request Government of India come forward to help tea industry of Assam for their growth
Thank you.
to meet the challenge
Thank
faced
you.
by the Kenya and Sri Lanka.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Honorable Dr. Santanu Senji, 9 minutes.
Thank you, sir. But before I come to my topic, I would like to strongly protest the pose and posture of one of our cabinet minister, targeting the only lady chief minister of the country just few minutes back regarding one film festival.
Please speak.
I can show you the video if you want. I strongly...
Please speak on the subject that
Thank
you
you.
can cover.
But it should be noted, sir. Sir, so far the economy is concerned, there are two pictures of Indian economy. One is the picture of privilege and the other one is the picture of poverty. Sir, we live in India where 6 out of 10 Indians survive on less than 260 rupees per day. So far the global hunger index is concerned, it's very unfortunate to remind you that India ranks 111 out of 125 countries. 30 suicides per day due to poverty or unemployment. Sir, we live in India where on hand we are talking about multi-trillion economy, but on the other hand, almost 550 lakh people are pushed into poverty due to healthcare cost and mainly due to out-of-pocket expenditure. And at the same time, targeting few states, they are withholding the money for National Health Mission, which is depriving the common people at large of those particular targeted states like West Bengal, which can be won over by political path. Sir, we live in India where it would take more than 200 years for a minimum wage worker in rural areas to earn what the top paid executive at an Indian company earn in a year. Sir, so far this NREGA is concerned, it is very unfortunate though a sizable amount of Indian population depend on NREGA. In the last budget, the budgetary allocation for NREGA has been cut down by more than 33%. And we have seen our learned Prime Minister talking about NREGA, that ye to mati khodne ka kaam hai. And we have seen in the budget it has been decreased. 154 farmers and daily wages and laborers, they die by suicide every day. Sir, so far this NREGA is concerned, in our state of West Bengal, let me tell you, there are more than 21 lakhs of people who have already done their job and they are still deprived of their wages for last 2 consecutive years, despite repeated official verbal intimations, sir. So many teams have gone, and in the name of investigation, they have raised few excuses. Sir, I would cite an example and in reply given in today Lok Sabha regarding the fake job card. Out of 7.4 lakhs fake job cards found in the country as a whole, 3 lakhs from Uttar Pradesh. Double engine Sarkar, 1.15 lakhs from another state being run by an unofficial ally of BJP, Orissa. 47,000 found in another state run by another friendly political party of BJP, Andhra Pradesh. Sir, and so far the Bengal is concerned, it's only 5,000. And so far the job card Aadhaar link is concerned, West Bengal ranks second. In Andhra Pradesh it is 99.7%. In Bengal it is 99.68%. But even then Bengal is being deprived of their fund. Sir, 21 lakhs people are getting deprived, including one lady from our Hooghly district, Nupur Hatti, which has been spoken by our leader of our party, Derek O'Brien, yesterday. Sir, I was not here to raise the issue of Gini coefficient, but I have seen my colleague, a nominated BJP renowned lawyer, who was talking about Gini coefficient, addressing our leader of the party, Mr. Derek O'Brien, who does enough research to put forward any record. And let me give you the fact. He was talking about the Gini coefficient but targeting West Bengal. I will give you the data of Gini coefficient in the entire country, sir. The Gini coefficient in India is forecast to amount to 0.35 in 2023. the number of people in India who are earning less than $2 per day is forecast to amount to 0.16 billion in 2023. This is for my beloved colleagues, sir. Sir, we live in India where we are having the maximum possible unemployment in last 45 years. Per capita income in India, it is even less than 1/5 of that of China and less than 1/32 that of USSR. Sir, we live in India where green curtains gracefully conceal the harsh truth that over 40% of Indians' urban populace calls slums their home. We can recall that day of Namaste Trump when 4-feet wall was built just to conceal the actual scenario because the friend of learned Narendra Modi ji, Donald Trump, was supposed to visit our country. That is the harsh reality, sir. Sir, in India, we found 8 November 2016, demonetization. We know what the effect was, how the poor people suffered from this. Sir, we live in India where 2% tax wealth tax on 100 billionaires can feed the children under the midday meal program for 3.5 years, and where 3% of wealth tax on the Indian billionaires can fund the National Health Mission for 3 years. So far the Awas Yojana is concerned, 11 lakhs 33,000 people are being deprived. Several teams visited our state of West Bengal in the name of national level monitors, in the name of central team. What did they do? 69 teams visited, sir. Our minister came on 7 November 2022. Then on 24th November, entire data was supposed to be given, and in due course of time it was put in the portal. Several inquiries were there. Action taken report was submitted in due course of time. Again on 5th of November, questions were raised and that were replied on 28th of November. But till date, no fund has come. And once again, on this 1st of December, another intimation has gone to our government of West Bengal that again 7 teams will visit 14 districts of our state of West Bengal. Why, sir? Why, sir? Is it the reason that only it is being run by Trinamool Congress and Madam Mamata Banerjee cannot be defeated politically? Yes. Is it the only reason? Just tell me one state other than West Bengal which is being deprived in the same fashion, sir. Yes. You can't. Sir, let me tell you the India's external debt. It rises up to $629 billion. It is the report given by RBI in June 2023. Sir, total debt per Indian over 9 years has increased by 2.5 times, and outstanding debt on Government of India was 55,587 lakhs in 31st March 2014, and it has become 15531 lakhs on 31st March 2021. Courtesy our BJP government, sir. Sir, every Indian have a loan which they haven't taken. 2014, per capita loan, 43,214. And in 2023, it has become 1,09,373, courtesy our BJP government, sir. Sir, let me tell you the fact. So far the House is concerned, 63% of women of India and 35% of men, they don't have their own houses, sir. So far the cooperative federalism is concerned, it hardly exists in the recent scenario, sir. So far the migrant laborers are concerned, we are talking about economy, but COVID has unveiled the real scenario. We have seen the migrant laborers, they are working from one place to another, they are carrying their parents on their shoulder. Our government has taken no step to solve the issues of these migrant laborers, sir. COVID has shown the path, but unfortunately, our government never takes any lesson from this incident, sir. Sir, so far the unemployment is concerned, just 1 minute, sir. Center for Monitoring of Indian Economy speaks about unemployment. Highest unemployment in last 45 years. More than 40 lakhs sanctioned central government posts are there. 30 lakhs employees are there. and more than 9.6 lakhs postal licenses. That is the real scenario of Indian unemployment, sir. Unfortunately, so far the literacy is concerned, there is tremendous gender disparity in the literacy. Census, we don't know when it will take place. Sir, just 30 seconds. I will finish by saying, sir, we are celebrating 75 years. That we have is two different ideas in India and a story called survival of the richest. Let us strive for true equality and create a society where not a single individual is left behind. And my final comment will be, sir, we are very happy to take part in this short duration. Earlier it was for 4 hours, now it has been extended for 8 hours. We are really very happy. My two suggestions. Why can't we have the same type of short duration discussion on the cooperative federalism, sir? Why can't we have? And lastly, I have got one question in my mind, if I can be satisfied by your reply. Government is giving so much of time for short duration discussion.
I'm sorry.
Are they not having any business, sir? That is the question in my mind.
Dr. Dinesh
Thank you very much.
Dr. Dinesh Sharma. Dr. Dinesh Sharma.
सम्मानित सभापति महोदय, आपकी कृपापूर्वक अनुज्ञा से आज आर्थिक विषय पर मैं इस विद्वत समूह के समक्ष कुछ विचार रखना चाहूँगा। हम सब जानते हैं कि भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था तेज़ी के साथ में आगे बढ़ रही है और ये एक वो समय था जब विदेश के लोग भारत की खराब छवि को प्रदर्शित करते थे और वृत्तचित्रों में उपहास उड़ाते हुए हम सब देख लेते थे कि कहीं गरीब, भूखा, नंगा और इस प्रकार का आवृत्ति वाला व्यक्ति जो दीनहीन अवस्था में है उसको भारत का नागरिक बता के वृत्तचित्रों में दिखाते थे। आज मोदी जी के आने के बाद 9 वर्ष का जो समय गुजरा है उसमें आज वही भारत का नौजवान हाथ में कंप्यूटर लिए हुए जब विदेश में जाता है तो अमेरिका ऐसे देश के राष्ट्रपति को कहना पड़ता है कि इंडियन से बच के रहो, ये ऐसा ना हो हमारे देश के नौजवानों का रोजगार छीन ले। ये मान्यवर, ये अर्थव्यवस्था का जो एक स्वरूप बदला है उसका मूल कारण रहा कि क्रमागत तरीके से, एक विधि सम्मत तरीके से प्रत्येक बिंदुओं को छूने का प्रयास इस भारतवर्ष में 9 वर्षों से लगातार किया गया है। जो भी यहाँ की योजनाएं थी केंद्र सरकार की, उनका कनेक्शन एक योजना का दूसरे योजना से कनेक्शन रहा है। और जब हम सब जानते हैं कि जब जनधन योजना की घोषणा प्रधानमंत्री जी के द्वारा किया गया था तो लोग उपहास उड़ा रहे थे। 25 लाख के या उससे थोड़ा सा 50 लाख के अंदर खाते हुआ करते थे 130 करोड़ हिंदुस्तानियों के बीच में। आज 55 करोड़ के आसपास आज जनधन के खाते हैं और मान्यवर बताते हुए ये मुझे प्रसन्नता होती है कि अर्थव्यवस्था का बदलाव कैसे हुआ कि आज उनमें जिन लोगों के लिए जरूरी नहीं है कि आप एक निश्चित राशि को जमा करें, फिर भी हमारे देशवासियों का हौसला देखिए कि आज 4,000 रुपया से भी अधिक औसत जो बचत खातों में धनराशि है, इन 55 करोड़ जो खाते हैं उनमें 4,000 रुपये औसत खातों में आज जमा है। इसके समय हम कह सकते हैं कि निश्चित रूप में ये प्रगति हमारे देश का परिचायक इस बात का है कि हमने स्वदेशी को अपनाया, हमने उत्पादन को बढ़ाया, हमने जो लघु उद्योग थे, जब गांधी जी कहा करते थे कि हमें बहुत बड़ा उत्पादन नहीं, हमें बहुत लोगों के द्वारा किया गया उत्पादन चाहिए, तो आज हमने ना केवल MSME को बढ़ाया, हमने न केवल मुद्रा लोन देकर करोड़ों लोगों को उद्यमी के रूप में परिलक्षित किया, बल्कि हमने स्टार्टअप के माध्यम से, हमने मेक इन इंडिया, स्टैंड अप इंडिया और हमने डिजिटल इंडिया के माध्यम से अप्रत्यक्ष रूप में रोजगारों के सृजन की प्रक्रिया को तेज किया। मान्यवर, आज भारत एक तेज विकास गति से बढ़ने वाला देश बना है। भारत की मजबूत जो अर्थव्यवस्था है उसने भारत की जो छवि है, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय छवि, उसको बढ़ाया है। आज ये देश आत्मनिर्भरता की तरफ बढ़ रहा है और इस 9 वर्षों में हम कह सकते हैं कि उस भारत में हर गांव में बिजली पहुंचाने के लक्ष्य के हम बिल्कुल निकट पहुंचे हैं। ये देश महिला, युवा, किसान, गरीब के कल्याण के लिए समर्पित लोगों का देश बन चुका है। आपके संज्ञान में ले जाना जरूरी है कि आज ये सरकार के समावेशी प्रयासों के माध्यम से सरकार ने 13.5 करोड़ के से अधिक लोगों को गरीबी की रेखा से ऊपर किया है। आज पीएम किसान सहित कई योजनाओं के माध्यम से अन्नदाताओं जो को बड़े पैमाने पर सशक्त करने का प्रयोजन चला है। रोजगार मेलाओं ने बहुत सारे रोजगार पैदा किए हैं। आज भारत का रिकॉर्ड तोड़ जीएसटी कलेक्शन कर रहा है। कृषि उत्पादन के मामले में आज नित्य नए रिकॉर्ड बन रहे हैं। मान्यवर, ये वो भारत है जहां पर करों का भार पड़ा करता था। 17 करों का समावेशन करने के बाद में उनका सरलीकरण किया गया। आज कई गुना, मैं तो कहूँगा कि 50 गुना ज़्यादा आज करों का जो संग्रह है, उस संग्रह ने आज पूरे भारतवर्ष को ये दिखाया है कि अब भारत याशी नहीं है, भारत वो देश नहीं है जहां जरूरत पड़ने पर कांग्रेस शासनकाल में अमेरिका से सड़ा हुआ लाल रंग का गेहूं आता था और यहां आने के बाद राशन कार्ड में लोगों को वो बंटता था। वो लाल रंग का गेहूं वहां के जानवर नहीं खाते थे तो वो हिंदुस्तान को भेजा जाता था। आज इस देश में आप देखो तो यहां पर 5 किलो अन्न आज 2.5 वर्षों से कोरोना के बाद भी आज वहां मुफ्त में लोगों को देने का काम यहां पर किया जा रहा है और आज इसके कारण यहां को गरीबी रेखा से ऊपर उठने का क्रम सतत जारी है। मान्यवर, आज अभी हाल में वैश्विक रेटिंग एजेंसी S&P ग्लोबल के अनुसार भारत 2030 में तीसरी बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बनने जा रहा है। मान्यवर, हम सब जानते हैं कि आज हम ये कहते हैं कि हम 5वीं अर्थव्यवस्था हैं, हालांकि पहले हम 10वीं अर्थव्यवस्था में थे या उससे पहले 11वीं अर्थव्यवस्था में थे। आज हम 5वीं अर्थव्यवस्था बन चुके हैं। लेकिन 5वीं अर्थव्यवस्था के बनने के पीछे मैं ये कह सकता हूँ कि आज जो परचेजिंग पावर पैरिटी PPP जिसे बोलते हैं, उसका अगर आकलन किया जाए तो भारत तीसरी अर्थव्यवस्था की तरफ अग्रसरित हो चुका है। आज भारत का नागरिक जब विदेशों में जाता है तो भारत का नागरिक सर उठाकर देख सकता है और मैं ये कह सकता हूं कि जो GDP पिछली तिमाही में हमारा 7.6 हुआ है, इसने भी बहुत लोगों को चौंकाया है। आज चीन कराह रहा है मुद्रास्फीति के कारण, आज जर्मनी अपने न्यूनतम बिंदु पर पहुंचा है मुद्रास्फीति के कारण, अमेरिका में आज हलचल मचा हुआ है और ब्रिटेन की आर्थिक स्थिति को सुधारने के लिए प्रधानमंत्रियों को इस्तीफा देना पड़ रहा है और आखिर में उसकी स्थिरता आ सके तो भी एक सनातनी को लाकर प्रधानमंत्री बनाना पड़ता है और जब सनातनी आता है तो वहां की वो अर्थव्यवस्था को स्थिर करने का काम करता है। लेकिन वही भारतवर्ष है जो आज नीचे से उठकर आज 7.6, जबकि विश्व की वैश्विक दर जो है वो आज 3% के आसपास है। आज IMF सराहना कर रहा है भारत की, ग्रेडिंग कम कर रहा है चाइना की, और भारत आज विश्व नेतृत्वकर्ता के रूप में G20 में उभर कर आया। उसका मूल कारण यह था कि हमारे उत्पादन बढ़े हैं, हमारा उपभोक्ता का जो अंश था उसमें उपभोक्ता के अनुसार हमने डिमांड को क्रिएट किया है। आज हमारा ट्रेड बैलेंस फेवर में हुआ है, आज निर्यात संवर्धन की नीति आज पांव पसार रही है, आज आयात कम हुए हैं, आज स्वदेशी के कारण हमारा जो उत्पादन है, उत्पादन की लागत प्रति इकाई कम होती जा रही है। इसका यही वजह है कि भारत आज वो भारत बना है जैसी कि व्याख्या लोग कर रहे थे कि बंगाल 8.5% है। अरे बंगाल तो समृद्ध समृद्ध प्रदेश हुआ करता था। अंग्रेज जो सोने की चिड़िया समझकर बंगाल में आए, हिंदुस्तान में आए थे तो सबसे पहले वो आर्थिक राजधानी के रूप में बंगाल में गए थे। बंगाल में विभिन्न प्रकार के जब शासन आए तो क्रमागत रूप में उनकी आर्थिक व्यवस्था का ह्रास होता गया। आज ये दुख की बात है कि एक समय रोजगार के लिए लोग कहीं जाते थे तो वो बंगाल जाया करते थे। मुझे खुशी है कि कोरोना के कार्यकाल में तमाम लोग वापस उत्तर प्रदेश आए। मैं उत्तर प्रदेश से हूं और उत्तर प्रदेश में उनको स्वरोजगार मिला। आज बंगाल के लोगों को रोजगार खोजने के लिए दूसरे जगहों पर जाना पड़ रहा है। मैं यही कहना चाहता हूं श्रीमान कि आज की बदलती हुई स्थिति में ये 13.5 करोड़ लोगों को जो हमारी सरकार ने गरीबी के रेखा से ऊपर किया है, पीएम किसान सहित योजनाओं ने अन्नदाताओं को बड़े पैमाने पर सशक्त किया है। रोजगार मेलाओं के माध्यम से आज रोजगारों का सृजन हुआ है। केवल नौकरी देने से रोजगार नहीं होता, हम अप्रत्यक्ष रूप में रोजगार देते हैं, हम नौकरी भी देते हैं और स्टार्टअप से हम नौकरी को क्रिएट भी करते हैं। हम विभिन्न प्रकार का पूंजी निवेश को बढ़ाते हैं। हम सोना नहीं बेचते, हम अपनी निधि का सृजन स्वयं किया करते हैं। और आज अगर आप देखो तो निरंतर बढ़ते हुए जो यूपीआई ट्रांजैक्शन है उससे डिजिटलीकरण के प्रतीक के रूप में भारत नित्य नए शिखरों को छू रहा है। अभी हमने त्यौहार मनाया, दिवाली मनाई। हालांकि पहले तो त्यौहार होते थे, हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश में तो कर्फ्यू लगा करते थे कि दिवाली आई तो कर्फ्यू, ईद आया तो कर्फ्यू। अब की दिवाली में पूरे देश ने 4 लाख करोड़ से ऊपर का व्यवसाय किया है। ये एक भारत की समृद्धता की तरफ बढ़ने का एक कदम है। लोग बोलते हैं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी आती है तो वो काशी का विश्वनाथ बाबा का जिक्र करती है, वो मथुरा का करती है, वो अयोध्या का करती है। लेकिन मोदी जी की सोच देखिए कि आज कई गुना जो धार्मिक पर्यटन की दृष्टि से कई गुना लोग आज वाराणसी में आने लगे हैं। काशी विश्वनाथ कॉरिडोर बनने के बाद आज कई लाख लोग ज्यादा अयोध्या में आ रहे हैं, जो श्री राम लला का मंदिर बनने के लिए जा रहा है। धार्मिक आस्था का भी सम्मान और साथ साथ में आर्थिक समृद्धि का भी आयाम। ये नीति केवल उसी की हो सकती है जो निष्पक्षता के भाव से काम करे। मान्यवर, आज जो वैश्विक रेटिंग हुई है उसमें 2030 तक अर्थव्यवस्था को तीसरी अर्थव्यवस्था के बारे में कहा गया है। कुछ लोगों ने कहा है कि अर्थव्यवस्था जो तीसरी अर्थव्यवस्था बनेगी दुनिया की इकोनॉमिक पावर, वो 2027 तक भारतवर्ष बन जाएगा। भारतवर्ष में अगर देखो ये मुद्रा योजना मोदी जी लाए, आज 8 करोड़ लोग उद्यमी बन चुके हैं। अगर आप देखो, ये कहते हैं रोजगार सृजन की बात, ये रोजगार सृजन के बाद 2014 में ये केवल 350 स्टार्टअप थे, आज 1,25,000 स्टार्टअप हैं और 110 से अधिक यूनिकॉर्न एक्टिव हैं। यह देश में लोगों की औसत आय भी बढ़ी है। मैं आपके संज्ञान में बताना चाहता हूं कि आज जो आयकर विभाग के जो आंकड़े हैं, उन्होंने ये कहा कि 2014 में औसत आय 4 लाख रुपए थी, आज 2023 में बढ़कर ये 13 लाख रुपए हो गई है। ये समृद्धि और आर्थिक ये विश्लेषण नहीं होता तो ये आय बढ़ती कैसे, कहां से पैसा आया? ये ओवरहेड एक्सपेंडिचर जो थे ऊपर ही हुए थे, उन पर रोक लगाई गई। जो भ्रष्टाचार था उन पर रोक लगाया गया और उन पे रोक लगाने के बाद में जो पैसा आया, जनता का पैसा जनता के खातों में पहुंचाया गया। यह मोदी नीति है और इस मोदी नीति के कारण आज बदला हुआ जो परिदृश्य है उसमें आज आईआईटी खुल रहे हैं, आज आईआईएम खुल रहे हैं, आज मेडिकल कॉलेज खुल रहे हैं। ये आज ये सांप्रदायिक दंगों वाला प्रदेश नहीं है। आज ये सनातनियों का विरोध करने वाला देश कुछ जगह पर लोग हो सकते हैं, लेकिन पूरा देश नहीं है। आज ये देश का सम्मान बढ़ाने वाला देश बना है। ये अब सोने की चिड़िया नहीं रहा कि सोने की चिड़िया होती थी, विदेशी आते थे और पंख उखाड़ कर चले जाते थे। अब ये सोने का दहाड़ता हुआ शेर वाला देश बना है और ये मोदी देश, ये इस देश की आर्थिक संपन्नता के लिए आगे जाने वाला है। और मैं आपसे ये कहना चाहता हूं कि मान्यवर, एक उदाहरण मैं देना चाहता हूं कि रोजगार कैसे बढ़ता है। 9 साल पहले खादी ग्राम उद्योग में केवल 25-30 हजार करोड़ रुपए का व्यवसाय था, आज 1,30,000 करोड़ से अधिक ये स्वदेशी उत्पाद बढ़ चुका है। ये स्वदेशीकरण की जो प्रक्रिया है, अब भारत हथियारों को खरीदने वाला नहीं है, अब हथियारों की सप्लाई करने वाला भी देश बन गया है। अब अगर आप देखो तो भारत ने 2022-23 में 15,920 करोड़ का रक्षा निर्यात किया है। ये पिछली सरकारों से कई गुना ज्यादा आज भारतवर्ष का ये एक आर्थिक स्वावलंबन बढ़ा है। आज मोबाइल के क्षेत्र में भारत पूरे दुनिया का नंबर 2 का बना है। मान्यवर, मैं उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार में आईटी मंत्रालय मेरे पास में था और मैंने देखा कोरोना के समय चाइना से कंपनी भाग रही थी, वो वियतनाम नहीं जा रही थी, वो कोरिया नहीं जा रही थी, वो हिंदुस्तान में आ रही थी और हिंदुस्तान में भी वो उत्तर प्रदेश में आ रही थी। आज 100 मोबाइल बनता है तो 65 मोबाइल आज उत्तर प्रदेश में बनता है और उसके उपकरण भी उत्तर प्रदेश में बनते हैं। ये बदलते हुए भारत का जो स्वरूप है, ये केवल मोदी योजना जो थी, मोदी जी का जो एक निष्पक्ष भाव से, समर्पण भाव से अर्थव्यवस्था को ठीक करने का जो चक्र था, उसके कारण हुआ है। आज उपभोग साल दर बढ़ रहा है। पिछले वर्ष की तुलना में इस वर्ष डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन की संख्या 61% और डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन के राशि में 47% की बढ़ोतरी हुई है। यही नया भारत है, ये नव भारत का उत्थान है। ये वो भारत नहीं है कि अब वो कटोरा लेके दूसरे को वहां भीख मांगने जाएगा। हम याची नहीं हैं, हम दाता बन गए हैं। वही भारत जब यहाँ पर एड्स होता था, मलेरिया होता था, यहाँ पर डेंगू होता था, तो वो देश दूसरों के सामने हाथ फैलाता था कि टीका दे दो, टीका दे दो। कई गुना दामों पर वो टीका, वो वैक्सीन मिला करती थी हिंदुस्तान को, और सालों बीत जाते थे, हजारों लाखों लोग मर जाते थे। यही आया, कोरोना आया, पूरा विश्व कराहा, दसियों लाख लोगों की मृत्यु अमेरिका ऐसे जगह पे हुई, लेकिन भारत में 3-3 वैक्सीन बनी और भारत ने 120 देशों को वैक्सीन सप्लाई करने का काम किया। ये बढ़ता हुआ देश है मान्यवर, ये बढ़ता हुआ देश है। और आपके संज्ञान में मैं लाना चाहूंगा, लोग अमेरिकन डॉलर और ये डॉलर इसका उल्लेख किया करते थे। आज G20 का सिरमौर बनके जब से भारत आया है, 18 देशों में रुपयों में ट्रांजैक्शन होने लगा है। भारत की मुद्रा बढ़ रही है, भारत का अस्तित्व बढ़ रहा है, भारत का सम्मान बढ़ रहा है। और आपके संज्ञान में मैं ये भी लाना चाहूंगा कि जो डायरेक्ट ट्रांसफर स्कीम है, अब कोई कहने वाला नहीं है कि 100 रुपए भेजते हैं, केवल 85 का गबन हो जाता है, 15 रुपए पहुंचते हैं। मोदी जी कहते हैं कि हम डायरेक्ट ट्रांसफर बेनिफिट स्कीम से 100 रुपए भेजते हैं, तो 100 का 100 रुपया आज जनता के खाते में पहुंचता है। ये बदलता हुआ भारत है। और इस बदलते हुए भारत में मैं कह सकता हूं कि इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न का भी एक डाटा आया है, और उस डाटा में ये पता चलता है कि विभिन्न आय वर्गों में टैक्स बेस बढ़ा है। हर वर्ग में टैक्स फाइलिंग में कम से कम 3 गुना की वृद्धि हुई है। ये पारदर्शिता है मान्यवर, ये ईमानदारी है मान्यवर, ये स्वच्छता के साथ में काम करने की प्रवृत्ति का नाम है कि आज लोग स्वेच्छा से करों को देने के लिए आगे आए हैं। मान्यवर, मैं एक अनुरोध करूंगा कि आज पहली बार आपके इस विद्वत समूह में बोलने का सुअवसर आपने मुझे प्रदान किया है, और ये मेरा एक बेनिफिट का एक अपेक्षा है कि मुझे कुछ समय आप दें। पहली बार मैं बोल रहा हूं, तो इसलिए मैं अपेक्षा ये करूंगा कि थोड़ी समय आप मुझे देंगे।
मेरा हाथ तो बंधे हाथ है, जो टाइम अलॉट किया हुआ है उसी के हिसाब से।
नहीं, पहली बार मैं बोल रहा हूं, इसलिए बेनिफिट मुझे
आपको 15 मिनट दे चुके हैं, और 1 मिनट आप बोल दीजिए, और 1 मिनट बोल दीजिए।
मान्यवर, मैं आज ये कह सकता हूं कि आज जो है पूरा भारतवर्ष जिस तरीके से तेजी से विकसित हुआ है, इस भारतवर्ष में आज जो लोगों की भावना बढ़ी है, उन्होंने भारत को कहा है भारत के बारे में कि ये वर्ष भारत का नहीं है, ये सदी भारत की होने वाली है। ये सदी भारत की है। अर्थव्यवस्था के मामले में ये सुदृढ़ होगा, आत्मनिर्भर होगा, विश्व का नेतृत्व करने वाला होगा। आखिर में मैं सम्मानित विपक्ष से कहूंगा, मैंने बड़े सपने सजोकर मैं आया था मान्यवर कि विद्वतजनों के समूह में बोलने का अवसर मैं पाऊंगा। विद्वतजन हैं भी, लेकिन मैंने देखा है कि जैसे फुटबॉल का मैच होता है तो आप देखते हैं कि रेफरी भी दौड़ता है और फुटबॉल के खिलाड़ी भी दौड़ते हैं, लेकिन दोनों के उसमें अंतर आता है। खिलाड़ी दौड़ता है गोल करने के लिए और रेफरी दौड़ता है वो गलती निकालने के लिए। मैंने देखा कि विपक्ष की भूमिका रेफरी की भूमिका बनी है, लेकिन रेफरी भी नकारात्मक भूमिका में अगर आ जाए तो निश्चित रूप में गलत तथ्यों का प्रस्तुतीकरण थे। ये सरकार का एक सकारात्मक दृष्टि है। मैं तो आह्वान करूंगा कि विपक्ष आगे बढ़कर आए और मोदी जी के सुशासन का एक सहभागी बने। ये आर्थिक रूप में सुदृढ़ इस भारत राष्ट्र की संप्रभुता जो पूरे विश्व का सिरमौर बनने की तरफ अग्रसरित है, उसमें उसकी सहभागिता सुनिश्चित हो। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूँ।
बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत ही जोशीला भाषण था आपका, धन्यवाद। नाउ श्रीमती JB Mathur Hisham.
Thank you, sir. I thank Congress Party, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge ji, CPP Chairperson Sonia Gandhi ji, Rahul Gandhi ji, and CPP leadership for giving me this opportunity to make my maiden speech here in this august house, especially on the important topic of the state of economy of our nation. Today, we are at the very end of the second term of BJP government. Sir, we have had nearly 10 years of BJP and Modi ji's rule. And our Honorable Prime Minister loves to compare Congress Party's 60 years of governance with his 10 years. Sir, in 60 years of Congress rule, led by Nehru ji to Manmohan Singh ji, our nation grew from the depth of a resource-starved economy which the British left us with at the time of independence to, in 2014, to become one of the 10th largest economies of the world and having built the foundation and springboard to grow further. With this strong foundation laid by Congress Party, our nation's economy has grown naturally since independence and after 2014 also. However, the phase of growth which is claimed by BJP government is also under clouds of suspicion as several indicators such as poverty, unemployment, health on the ground points to the contrary. More importantly, sir, at what cost has this growth claimed by BJP government been since BJP came to power? This is an important question for us to decipher the cost of this growth claimed by BJP government that our nation has had to pay since BJP government came to power. Sir, let me put forth few important points in this regard. First, our nation's debt, which stood at rupees 58.60 lakh crore, that is 52.20% of GDP, as on 31st March 2014, today is rupees 155.60 lakh crore, that is 57.10% of GDP, which means the debt on every Indian has increased by 2.53 times in the last 9+ years. The astronomical increase in the government's debt due to the Modinomics means that each Indian today has a debt. India's per capita debt is today rupees 1,09,373 compared to rupees 43,124 in 2014. I respectfully, very respectfully ask our Prime Minister, what is your answer to adding 66,249 debt in 10 years of your government versus 43,124 in 60 years of Congress governments onto the shoulders of every Indian in your 10 years of heading the government? Second, our nation had an unemployment rate of 4.90% in the financial year 2013-14 when Congress Party was in power. The unemployment rate this financial year is hovering around 7.90% plus. I respectfully, very respectfully ask our Prime Minister, what is your answer to the unemployment rate in our nation, almost doubling in your 10-year term of heading the government? Third, India's ranking in Global Hunger Index was 55 in 2014. Today, India's ranking in the Global Hunger Index is 111 out of the 125 countries with sufficient data to calculate Global Hunger Index scores. I respectfully, very respectfully ask our Prime Minister, what is your answer to the ranking of the Global Hunger Index of our nation, falling from 55 to 111 in your 10 years term of heading the government? Fourth, India's ranking in the World Economic Forum Annual Gender Gap Report was 114 in 2014. Today, India's ranking in the World Economic Forum Annual Gender Gap Report is 127. I respectfully, very respectfully ask our Prime Minister, what is your answer to the ranking of the World Economic Forum Annual Gender Gap Report of our nation, falling from 114 217 in your 10 years term of heading the government. Fifth, as per the World Inequality Report 2022, the average household wealth in India today is around 9,83,010. The bottom 50% of the nation can be seen to own almost nothing, with an average wealth of rupees 66,280 per household, or 6% of the total wealth of the nation. The middle class is relatively poor, with an average wealth of 7,23,930 per household, or 29.50% of the total wealth of the nation. The top 10% household owns 65% of the nation wealth, averaging to 63,54,070 per household. And the top 1% household owns 33% of the nation's wealth, averaging rupees 3,24,49,360. I respectfully ask, very respectfully ask our Prime Minister, what is your answer to the status of our nation as one of the most unequal countries in the world, with rising poverty and an affluent elite in your 10 years term of heading the government? 6, reducing fuel prices was very dear to our Prime Minister during the 2014 election campaign. Obviously, fuel prices hit at the root of an economy, and more so Indian economy. However, from 2014 to 2023, petrol price increased from rupees 72.26 per litre to 100 plus per litre, and diesel price from rupees 55.49 per litre to rupees 90 plus per litre between 2014 and 2023. Similar is the case with kerosene and LPG too. This, despite petroleum crude prices being exorbitantly high during 2014 versus the subsidized petroleum crude which we are getting from Russia since the Ukraine war. I respectfully, very respectfully ask our Prime Minister, what is your answer to the huge increase in the prices of petrol, diesel, kerosene and LPG in your 10 years term of heading the government? Most importantly, sir, this is the most important. Indian rupees exchange rate with US dollar on 31st March 2014 was rupees 59.90. Rupees exchange rate is by self-admission a matter very close to our Prime Minister's heart. Yesterday, Indian rupees exchange rate with US dollar fell to rupees 83.41, the lowest ever in the history of our country, the lowest ever in the history of our country. I respectfully ask our Prime Minister, what is your answer to the Indian rupee depreciating to its lowest ever rate in your 10-year term of heading the government? 8, in 60 years, Congress government built world-class infrastructure from effectively nothing in 1947. Today, the government, under the national monetization pipeline, is selling these national assets valued at an estimated rupees 6 lakh crore in public sector, one by one, to private sector, enriching the favorite friends of BJP. Right. I respectfully, very respectfully ask the Prime Minister, what is your answer to your government handing over national assets to your favorite friends in your 10 years term of heading the government? I quote our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji, who our present government attacks for all issues they cannot find solutions for, and for mistakes they cannot defend. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji said, facts are facts and will not disappear on account of your likes. I can go on and on and on about various factors and statistics connected to the dismal state of economy, from inflation to price rise to Manrega state to Skill India to Beti Bachao to Beti Padhao and so on and so forth. Of course, then my senior colleagues from the treasury benches will ask few pointed questions. First question they would ask would be, isn't the economy growing? And our answer is, serious questions remain on the realness of the growth claimed by BJP government, as the economy is exhibiting several contra indicators to the claims of the BJP government. Another question which they would ask would be, isn't FDI coming to India? And what we wish to say is that it is only natural that FDI come to India based on the open door liberalized regime initiated by the Congress government and the reality that MNCs cannot ignore a market as large as India, which the stage was set by the Congress party. Yet another question, the chest-thumping question post the recent election is, did we not win the recent state election? My treasury, from the senior colleagues from the treasury benches, almost all said that. And we wish to say you did win, but very few media has reported that more Indian citizens, hamare deshwasi, voted for Congress party than BJP. About 11 lakhs more Indians voted for Congress party, where BJP polled 4.81 crore votes, Congress party polled 4.92 crore votes. So, we, the Congress party, has been in the heart of India for 138 years, and we, the Congress party, is in the heart of India now despite you wishing us away, and we, the Congress party, will remain in the heart of India despite you wishing for Congress Mukt Bharat. We will continue to oppose your wrongdoings, and we will continue to expose your jumlas. Our India is great. We will work to make her even greater and the greatest in the world. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Now, Sri Jawahar Sarkar, your time is 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Jethmalani before me has described lies as lies, big lies or white lies, and statistics. There is a fourth category of lie that I would like to bring to your attention.
Mr. Sarkar, 1 second.
Sir?
Lie is not allowed in
Okay.
Parliament.
Modified, sir. But to the extent that I would like my friends in the House on both sides to be aware of the realities. They keep talking about GDP growth. I'll not contest it because it's too complicated for many to understand. But what does GDP growth mean where I am concerned and you are concerned? And that is per capita GDP, per person GDP. The GDP of Ambani and the GDP of Adani does not matter to me. On per capita GDP, we just had the G20 meeting, and there we made a calculation that the US has $63,000 by way of their per capita GDP. Australia has 61,000. Indonesia has $4,000 plus per person. And India is the lowest, I repeat, the lowest among the group that has just $2,085 per GDP. So look at realism. Don't go in for bravado and bragging. When you talk of GDP, you must remember that you are taking the wealth of the upper 5% to inflate your figures. I'm just giving an example of how the upper crust has increased its wealth. The Ambani wealth was 1.6 lakh crores in 2014. I repeat, 1.6 lakh crores in 2014. It is 8.6 lakh crores today, 5 times more. Please show me an Indian who has grown his income in the last 9 years by 5 times before you make further statements. Adani's went up from 1.2 lakh crore. This is more phenomenal, but I'll not get into the details. 1.2 lakh crores, they have gone up to 6 lakh crores plus, which is again another 5 times growth. No Indian has ever gone through this growth during the last 9 years. So do not take credit for enriching the oligarchs. Do not take credit for enriching and fattening the capitalist class and then say, we grew as a whole. Now look at your reality. World Bank's unemployment figure. I'm quoting for the World Bank because most Indians and foreigners have given up on Indian statistics. It is so punctuated with untruths. Now, the World Bank's 2022 unemployment rate shows that India is 23.2%, 23% unemployment. Compare it with Pakistan, a failed state. Pakistan is 11%, less than half. Compare it with Bangladesh. Once upon a time, a basket case. Bangladesh is 12.9, 13%, and we are 23%. Sharam se doobna chahiye sabko. Bhutan is 14.9%. So where are the realities that you are drumming about GDP and becoming the 4th biggest and 3rd biggest in the world? Come to reality. The annual survey of industries is pointing out that we are steadily moving towards contractual labor. We are turning a rightful, respectful wage earner into a product that is at the mercy of the employer insofar as labor, timing, and everything is concerned. I come to the labor participation ratio. The labor participation ratio, the labor minister was here but doesn't seem to be too unduly interested. The LFPR, the labor force participation ratio in India, is one of the worst in the world. I repeat, at the cost of perjury, one of the worst in the world. It was 42 to 45% was the rate of unemployment, participation of labor. That means the vast majority were outside the network of labor. Mercifully, it has gone up to 50% now. 50%, but look at the other countries. Nepal, 83%. Nepal is able to provide labor force participation of 83%. Again, Bangladesh, twice more. China, 60%. So what are we talking about? I am talking, this one is of course relates to the female labor participation ratio, where I repeat the figures. India is only 20.5%, Nepal 83%, Bangladesh 30+%, China 60%, and even Sri Lanka, that was on the verge of collapse, they have a female labor participation ratio of 1.5 times ours. When it comes to male and female combined, we have been between 42 and 45% through the entire regime of the last 9 years. I repeat, 42 to 45%, one of the lowest in the world. It has just gone up to 50%, just gone up. We look at gender gap. Jebi already mentioned about the gender gap. I repeat, compare the gender gap of India at 28% with double that in Bangladesh. She also mentioned about the rising debt. I repeat, debt is increasing at a phenomenal rate, and we are binding future generations, your grandsons, your sons, my sons and my grandsons, to a debt that we are not entitled to.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sarkar.
To GDP ratio. Sir, one moment. It's a debt to GDP ratio has come to almost 90%. Sir, just one last word on defaulters, on banks, just one word. We were coming around to the banks, defaults of the banks, and there, yesterday's figure, that's why I'm giving it to the House, is 14.5 lakh crores have been written off. Dr. Karad is sitting there. He insists that writing off means nothing, but I insist that writing off is actually the legitimization of the destruction of your funds and my funds kept in the bank. The corporate sector Sir, I
Sorry, I
repeat
will
before the
just to
House,
call
and
the
I can
next
give the
speaker.
calculation. Thanks to the cooperation, thanks to the transparent reply given by Dr. Karad and others, the corporate sector alone has liquidated 10 lakh crores in 9 years. 10 lakh crores has gone down the drain to save the corporate sector, whereas Narega, there was a minister somewhere here who alone has destroyed one state. The poor of the state, curse him morning and evening, curse him morning and evening. That
Sir, thank you. Sir, don't deduct it from my time, sir.
No, Mr. Wilson, please. It is not being recorded.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Sir, a lot of discussions has happened in this August House, and my earlier speakers have said about how the economic conditions of our country has deteriorated. Sir, I wanted to point out few. When you came to power in the year 2014 and re-elected in 2019, what did you promise? Did you implement these promises? I remind you some of the promises which you have made. You said you will reduce the LPG price, petrol and diesel price. You promised 15 lakhs in each of person's bank account. What happened to the same? You promised that you will link 60 rivers at the cost of 5.5 lakh crores. What happened to it? You promised 5 trillion economy in the year 2019 to win over for the second time. What is the economy today? In 2016, you promised double farmer income by 2022. What happened to it? You promised cleaning of Ganga. You promised inland waterway transport system. You promised 2 crore jobs, controlling price. These all been reduced to mere words. Sir, today more than 10 lakh vacancies have been registered on the National Career Service portal. What steps have you taken to fill these vacancies? There is a failure in Make in India, Startup India, demonetization, GST regime. These policies have weakened the institutions and the economy, and these are the shining examples as to how today's economy is. Sir, Tamil Nadu is the 10th largest state in India, is the second wealthiest state by GDP, and is the second largest contributor to India's GDP. For every 1 rupee that Tamil Nadu contributes to the center, it gets only 29 paisa. This demonstrates the immense contribution made by our state. But what is the return? Today, I will delve into the stepmotherly treatment which my state is facing from the hands of the union government. However, the present government has been helping their corporate friends to earn homogeneous profits and showering non-existent promises to the citizens of the country. Sir, I wanted to ask a question whether the per capita income of every Indian citizen has increased. Sir, the villages are worst affected. There is no agriculture. There is no industrial growth. There is no jobs. Sir, the daily wages, low-income workers are the sufferers because of the price rise in the essential commodities. And, sir, they lead a very miserable life. You have sold all the public sector undertakings which is available in India. The business owners have also been adversely affected by the rise in prices of the essential commodities, as they have been unable to cope up with the rising prices without having to raise the prices of their finished goods.
and making it difficult for them to survive in this competitive field. Sir, first of all, sir, I wanted to place how our state is meeting a stepmotherly treatment. Sir, there are 17 projects which were floated in Tamil Nadu by the National Highways Authority of India. About 11 projects are pending for more than 3 years because of non-allocation of necessary funds. Sir, the Ministry of Statistics and Programs, they themselves have uploaded in their website on 12/9/2023 that 42 projects in Tamil Nadu, that two important projects, including nuclear power projects, are delayed. Sir, my friend was talking about the corona and how it was dealt with. In Tamil Nadu, we have a vaccine park at Chengalpattu district. It was established at a cost of 2,000 crores. Tamil Nadu government has given vast lands. Sir, right from the day when that vaccine park came into existence and so much of investment is being made, not even one vial is being manufactured. Because of, sir, they wanted to promote some persons, private players in India, and they have kept these industries closed for many years. In spite of the Tamil Nadu government, our Chief Minister saying, please hand over this park to us. We will manufacture the vaccines. We will supply to the entire India during COVID time. The center showed their deaf ears. They refused to budge. Sir, insofar as the railway projects are concerned, sir, we have a bodybuilding, sir, a factory, that is integral coach factory in Avadi. Sir, if you see the railways, many of the units, sir, have been manufactured from this integral coach factory. But today, sir, saddest state is they are going to the foreign country and purchasing these coaches, leaving behind the factory which is already available in Tamil Nadu. Sir, in Chennai Metro Rail projects, sir, phase 2 project, sir, is pending with the Cabinet Committee of Economic Affairs, and the clearances is not being given for the last 2 years in spite of repeated demands. Sir, so far as the Food Corporation of India, the subsidy of 6,500 crores for the PDS rice is not being distributed to Tamil Nadu. Likewise, sir, CMR subsidy of rupees 5,704.09 crores has not been disbursed, sir, to Tamil Nadu. Sir, in CMRL, 50/50 equity shares requested similar to phase 1 is pending with Government of India for cabinet approval. Sir, so far as the Election Commission expenses, sir, 213 crores are pending. Sir, in so far as the Home Guards is concerned, sir, 77.76 crores are pending. Sir, in Tamil Nadu, we have the highest toll plaza, sir. About 55 toll plazas are located, sir. Each and every nook and corner. Sir, as per the Act, you should have only one toll plaza with every 60 kilometers. You can see about 16 excess toll plazas, sir, in Tamil Nadu. All the money that is collected, sir, in these toll plazas are not being utilized, sir, for road infrastructure in Tamil Nadu. And it is drained off. And, sir, the saddest part is the toll fee is increased every year and without any application of mine. Sir, one stretch, our Chief Minister even called the Highway Minister and said that this stretch requires an immediate attention. Sir, sad to say that 6 months have gone, that stretch is yet to be repaired, sir. That is in the Vellore stretch. Sir, so far as the sugarcane growers is concerned, sir, they are selling their yield, sir, to the mill owners, and no price has been paid to them, sir, for last 5 years. And, sir, these mill owners, sir, they are getting protection from the NCLAT, and that is how they are denying the payments. Sir, so far as the spinning mills are concerned, sir, they are suffering heavy losses because of the increase in the price of the raw materials, high inflation, and slowdown in the global economy. Sir, in fact, our Chief Minister has written a letter requesting Union government to provide financial support for MSME in textiles sector, restructure the existing loans under emergency credit line guarantee schemes and disbursement of fresh loans under ECLGS by reducing regular interest to offset losses. Sir, in fact, we faced a cyclone recently, and four days we had a heavy rainfall. And even today, sir, we are receiving heavy rainfall. Sir, in fact, our Chief Minister, sir, has demanded a sum of rupees 5,000 crores as an interim financial assistance. I only request, sir, my good friends, to see that the said financial assistance is sanctioned and disbursed immediately, sir. Sir, one thing I have to bring to your attention, sir. Sir, you are also a learned member of our fraternity. Sir, they brought this Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Sir, this law is legislated for industrial friends who wants to acquire industry, sir. Sir, under the garb of legal procedure, sir, they are liquidating many industries. Sir, the principles such as waterfall mechanism, clean slate theory, haircut, written off, wipe off the debts, these are all, sir, are the nomenclature, or, sir, they use it a term in order to wipe away the industries for a song. Sir, the regime is nothing but a way to buy expensive assets in discounted rates as they are purchasing through public money, and the public money has no real value in this nation, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Now, Sri Vijaypal Singh ji. Vijaypal Singh Tomar ji.
धन्यवाद सभापति महोदय। मैं सबसे पहले अपनी यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री
आपका समय 5 मिनट अलॉट किया गया है। 5 मिनट अलॉट किया गया है आपका समय।
5 मिनट?
हाँ।
तो
मेरे हाथ में नहीं है।
मुझे तो ज़्यादा बताया था। चलिए, मोदी जी को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ कि उनके नेतृत्व में विषम परिस्थितियों में भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था विश्व की सबसे तेज़ गति से बढ़ने वाली अर्थव्यवस्था है। अपनी जीडीपी 7.6 है, जबकि चाइना की भी 4.9 रही है। और इसका कारण क्या है? कारण ये है कि प्रधानमंत्री जब आए, उन्होंने पार्लियामेंट की चौखट पर सिर नवा के 14 में ये कहा था, मेरी सरकार गरीब, वंचित, किसान और गांव को समर्पित है। तो कहा, जो संकल्प किया उस पर सिद्धि तक पहुंचाने का काम भी किया। महोदय, चौधरी चरण सिंह के साथ मैंने काम किया था। वो कहा करते थे कि देश की समृद्धि का रास्ता खेत और खलिहान, गांव और गरीब के से होकर गुजरता है। जब विश्व का सबसे आर्थिक रूप से संपन्न राष्ट्र था, तब देश के 80% लोग खेती में जुड़े हुए थे, गांव में रहते थे 82% लोग। आज मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ 50 साल तक राज करने वालों से कि वो घट के गांव में रहने वालों की संख्या 62% थी और खेत में काम करने वालों की 55% क्यों रही? क्योंकि उनको गांव में शिक्षा, सुरक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और सभी सहूलियतें नहीं उपलब्ध हुई। प्रति व्यक्ति गांव पर 1/3 भी खर्च नहीं हुआ शहर के मुकाबले। इसलिए किसान की हालत मजदूर से नीचे चली गई और हालत ये हुई कि किसान खेती छोड़ने लगे। महोदय, मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ, प्रधानमंत्री जी की प्राथमिकता पर रहा कि हम किसान को, महिलाओं को, गांव को, गरीब को चिंता करेंगे। इसलिए उन्होंने कहा हर किसी के पास मकान हो, मकान में शौचालय हो और उस मकान में गैस का कनेक्शन हो और बिजली का कनेक्शन हो, और रहने वाला गरीब, उसका बच्चा बीमार है, मर ना जाए, उस बीमारी के लिए आयुष्मान भारत योजना का कार्ड हो। तो आज माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के कारण करीब 4 करोड़ प्रधानमंत्री आवास आए, जिसमें 68.9% महिलाओं के नाम है। इसी तरह से वहाँ 9 करोड़ से अधिक उज्ज्वला गैस के कनेक्शन मिले, 11.5 करोड़ शौचालय बने। मुझे मालूम है, कहा करते थे, शाम का टाइम होता था चौधरी साहब हर भाषण में कहते थे कि जब गाड़ी जाती है महिलाएं खड़ी हो जाती सड़कों पर। क्यों? इसलिए कि रोशनी पड़ती है, उससे बचने के लिए। उससे इसकी किसी ने सोचा नहीं था, इस कार्य को करने का काम किया। और करीब 12 करोड़ को, 60 करोड़ की जनता को कवर करते हैं, 12 करोड़ को आयुष्मान भारत के कार्ड देने का काम किया गया। महिलाओं को जहाँ मुद्रा बैंक से ऋण मिला है वो भी करीब 58% से ऊपर महिलाओं को दिया गया है। महोदय, मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि प्रधानमंत्री जी की पहले एक प्रधानमंत्री, भूतपूर्व प्रधानमंत्री रहे थे कांग्रेस के, उन्होंने कहा था हम तो 100 रुपये भेजते हैं, नीचे 15 पहुँचते हैं, 85 बीच में खाए जाते हैं। तो 2 ही काम प्रधानमंत्री जी ने किए।